Okay, folks, today we are at Penitentiary Glen Lake Metro Park, and here is a map of it. It is another big park. I don't see where it tells you how long it is. I got a pets must be leashed, which Lucy is. It's been a while since she's been here. Uh, this does have a nature preserve center, which we might get to some other time because we're not going to be able to go in with Lucy. There she is. And, well, when I get to the sign, I'll explain the train to you, which doesn't look like they do it anymore. They used to have times where they actually had a train going around. But here we go tracks to nature. All aboard the Glen Meadow and Orchard Railroad. Embark on a journey to discover this park, much like millions of families did 100 years ago when they boarded trains chugging westward bound to America's new national parks. Free train rides for the public are scheduled throughout the year. Families roll along the tracks on miniature trains, the eighth the size of full trains, and catch a glimpse of remote scenery in the park. More than 2 miles of track meander through the forest and skirt the north rim of the gorge. And so this is just, but I want to show you Recycled Express. And then here's, Recycle Express, not recycled.
Well, you made it sound like the train was recycled.
I thought it was. I don't know. Glen Meadow and Orchard Railroad. Then they have the times that they give the free train rides, and it tells you about the safety and all that stuff. And we'll be back. They do have a playground, Nature Play. Welcome to Nature Play, where children can discover and experience nature while they exercise their young minds and bodies. Here, kids chart their own course through an acre of green landscape filled with logs to climb on, tunnels to crawl through, and hillsides to roll down. Other fun features include a play campsite, garden area, discovery hut, and more. Let the adventure begin. And we'll show you a little bit of it. Actually, the building you see right now is the restrooms, but we can see a little bit of the playground. We're actually not going to go into it because, of course, we're going to go on a trail. And it's a beautiful day today. It's August 28th, and it's like in the 60s and overcast. And I see in the playground a bird feeder right away. They got tables set up in there. You can see some of the balance beam and such. And they got nice pavilion to walk on. Not walk on, to picnic in. Excuse me, people. And this is actually part of the playground, but they have a flower area. There's black-eyed Susans and some other flowers. And we're going to be going on Rabbit Run. And it is a stone path, but like with a rollator and walker, you can go in. It might be kind of bumpy for a real wheelchair. And there's grapevines plentiful in here. But So it's semi-handicap friendly, and they also allow horses in here to ride your horse. I thought this was cute on the fence. They got a bear with two cubs made out of wood on the fence. The bigger bear is kind of hard to see through the grapes though. So here's some giant ironweed. They have a lot more. We also saw that at the Harper's Field, um, and I'm not getting that on camera because we're not allowed to do that. But anyhow, Harper's Field Covered Bridge Park, which you can look, it's in our playlist of our parks. And we found a paradise apple tree, which apparently you can eat those things. They're really small though, but that's something that I haven't seen before. Never heard of a paradise apple. And here is one of the blue flames or blue markers for the Ohio Buckeye Trail. I think that's what it's called. That goes through from PA all the way out to Indiana through the state of Ohio. So this is part of it. And I'm thinking it might be swampy out there. But I bet you could find all kinds of wildlife in there. Okay, we're going to keep going because I'm determined, but it is rough with a rollator too. So these are larger rocks on the path, and they're like a pain to get the rollator over, and sometimes my foot gets on one and it flips, so you really have to be careful on these trails here. So handicap friendly. And even though it's only August 28th, the leaves are actually starting to turn, as you can see here. It's look like we might have an early fall. So now, instead of continuing on Rabbit Trail, we're going to go on to the Gorge Trail. You do have some slopes here, and I'm not sure what that is across the path. I'll get over it, but again, that makes it hard for wheelchairs and such. But hopefully we'll find some cool nature for you. So it's an old railroad tie. I'm not totally sure. Maybe it was part of the railroad here that we talked about earlier. And now I'm gonna get over it. We got some orange berries there for you. Not sure what they are, and we're on the hill, so that's what you're gonna get. Some kind of orange berry. And we found a cool rock. I'm not sure what's in it. Probably some iron and other stuff maybe. But shout out to...
Weird how it looks like that rock is formed on top of.
Yeah. And there is either a moth or a white butterfly right there on the ground. It'll probably fly as soon as I get near it. Or not. Yeah, that's all white. Really pretty though. You do realize you're going to have to turn around, Lucy, when I get moving here. Oh no. Both of us need to stop doing that.
Not yet.
Lucy says, "This is a steep hill. What are you doing to me?" And I understand, Lucy, but to get back to the parking lot, we gotta do it. Just to give you a glimpse, and more railroad ties are coming up too. Maybe you can hear the bird. Actually, kind of sounds like a goldfinch. So now we are back on the gorge trail headed up to the parking lot because it comes out a little bit higher up towards the parking lot. And Lucy and Handicapped Traveler are having a rough time with this. I didn't remember it being this hard here. Yeah, it looks like water goes through here sometimes, and I certainly hear water, but I don't see it. So unless it's the breeze I hear. So anyhow, I thought we might share that with you. And I didn't point out that these trails have benches placed every so often for people to rest. Of course, I bring my own chair with me. So, but I wanted to let you know that they do have that. Now Lucy says it's rest time. These hills are buggers, aren't they, Lucy? Oh, here we go. Found a tree that looks like it has woodpecker holes to me, and there's a squirrel. I briefly got it before it ran way high in the tree. So we got some nature for you. Now I'm happy. There's part of the train tracks that the train goes on and goes through. It looks like a tree fell across the tracks there. That's one. But as you can see, they sawed it, but they left it there to keep it natural.
So we found this railroad track going through the woods. There's a plaque here. Big Bend Bridge. It's dedicated June 18, 1955. Construction made possible by major contributors of the Lakeshore live streamers. I'm not going to read all the names. There you go. See, it goes around the bend and back onto the land there. And way down there, it bends around to the other end. Pretty cool. Find that in the middle of the woods.
So if they're the little railroad that they will bring you on goes through a covered bridge there. I thought we'd share that with you. No tree shall go unsniffed. She looked at me like, what's your issue? So we're back to the park, the playground rather. We never left the park. So, well, at least we got a squirrel for you. It's really a nice park. I have a feeling that we won't get any more of the trails for you. It is a nice hike and a lot more than we could even do. And I know that there's like a couple ponds and that to see, but we didn't get to them. They were too far away. As I said, this is a big park. We might get back and show you the nature center. Don't know when that did happen, and we might never have it. Who knows? We fly by the seat of our pants to bring you content. I hope you enjoyed this and will give us a thumbs up. And if you like this kind of video, hit subscribe, because we have a lot of hiking style videos and going to parks and sometimes museums and the zoo. And if you might, watch some other videos for us, because we're working on our watch hours. And remember, if you have to use a wheelchair, rollator, cane, whatever it is to help you live your life to its fullest, go out and enjoy doing what you like doing, like I like hiking. So it's not making you handicapped, it's making you handy capable. Thank you so much for walking with us today. Have a great day. God bless.